Farm. This is Live with Walt Laurice.
Hey, everybody. You know what it's today?
Walter.
It's not tomorrow.
It's
Horrible cabaret start.
today or tomorrow.
Yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away.
Hey, get over here.
I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly,
Hey, Fleur.
I'm not half the man I used to be.
I'm trying to sign it.
Oh, I believe in
I'm signing. I'm doing the miracle. I'm doing miracle here now.
I see. I do go. I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening, Europe. We have 3 Europeans on here. Lovely. We have Maya, Simone, and Fleur.
Stop.
How are things across the ocean? It's evening in Europe. It's 3 o'clock here, afternoon, in the Garden State of New Jersey. Oh, hey, Don. You almost missed. You're watching The Last Ship. Good choice. How far are you along on that show? Week. Hello from Germany. Hello, Germany. We got 2 Germans on here. How far along are you on The Last Ship, Don? Hey, Cheryl, San Francisco in the house. What's up, Valerie? No more California. The Last Ship is a TV show produced, I think it was on FX, right? Or it was either FX or TBS. It was one of those. It might have been TBS or TNT.
I think it was FX, pretty sure.
It was
McSteamy.
Yeah.
Eric Dane.
And it's a TV show. I think they did 5 seasons, but it's about a worldwide pandemic, and this Navy ship goes out on radio silence for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were in the on TNT. Okay.
Yep.
In the Antarctic, or they were like
Arctic.
Just in the Arctic.
Yeah. They're looking for certain things in the ice, right? Ice core samples.
But they didn't know what they were looking for, but there was only one doctor on board.
The doctor knew.
The doctor was the only one that knew
Yeah.
that there was a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
So everyone else on the ship didn't know. So when they get back to the States, it's just in a complete and total apocalypse. And the president,
that McSteamy.
Yeah, the president, like everything is completely disbanded, the entire society.
Oh, it was TNT. Okay.
So, but the doctor is working on the ship to find a cure. And the reason why they were sent there, their mission, the only one that knew about was the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not affected at all because they've been away.
Right.
It's so good. Oh, hey, Pavi. What did Cheryl? Funny you say McSteamy. Ricky and I have been watching Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty people on that show. He plays on
The Last Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays the main.
It's got the other Baldwin from X-Files.
Yeah. Adam
Noah?
Baldwin is his second in command.
What was his name on X-Files? Noah
Roar.
Roar. Yeah. So, yeah, he's number 2.
It's a good one to binge. I wouldn't necessarily binge it right now unless you don't mind being triggered by the current state of affairs. That virus on that show is a lot more deadly than this one.
Yeah, wiped out like 80% of the world, right, or something like that. Yeah.
And there's a lot of action. It's like I think Michael Bay produced it, so it's a lot of just like Battleship. If you watch the movie Battleship or Transform, it's just a lot of explosions and pretty people.
And they used a real battleship,
right?
Or destroyer, was it? Might have been a destroyer.
Destroyer, I think.
But it was a destroyer. And they had a real ship. They had a real ship to film on for like 1 month every year.
Yeah,
or something like
they're
that.
Good. I mean, you're basically, oh hey Maria, what's up? They're basically, it's basically just it's almost like a Navy series with End of the World. That's all it really is. There's like Russian bad guys.
It's like my battleship.
Yeah,
the Russians have a sub.
Yeah, there's Russians. They got a submarine.
Oh no, sub was second series.
There's a lot of action.
Don't spoil
anything.
It's
a lot of action. Yeah, it's like watching 5 seasons of an action film. 5 seasons.
The guy from David's last show, Aquarius, the annoying lawyer, the father, the other husband of his ex-wife.
Oh, Chance Kelly?
No. His wife's husband, like his ex-wife's husband.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Bryn O'Byrne, the Broadway guy.
Yeah, that's right. He's on that.
He's the one who did Doubt on Broadway and a few other things.
Okay.
Major actor, Irish guy, and he has a major part in the second season. But there's a lot of great talent on that show. What else is going on out there?
So what's happening? What's everyone up to? Nothing else new has happened here.
There's quite a few naval battles, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot. There are a lot of explosions. Some better than others as far as the CGI goes. But for a TV show, it's pretty good.
Oh, it's Michael Bay. A lot of that isn't CGI. He's blowing crap up. Michael Bay likes his explosives. I need to rewatch it. It's a fun show. I don't know if I'd watch it right now.
That's what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
It's a little scary right now.
I feel like there's so much to watch. I feel like we're rewatching stuff right now.
Bored at home.
Yeah. Well, I stopped watching a lot of things I watch.
I don't think I've gotten bored.
Like not bored, no. But actually, I was just saying to Laurice, I don't have cabin fever at all. I've been out gardening. I've been, staying busy teaching classes. Just I don't feel bored at all. I'm exhausted. I'm like working harder now. I think like I don't make as much money per hour as I did and doing shows and certain things. So I feel like I'm actually working more, making less. And what did I say? One has to go. Mohawks, mullets, man buns. Yeah. Let it go. Oh.
I'd say a man bun. Churches want to sue California governor because they can't congregate.
But you choose mullets over man buns?
No, I said man bun.
Has to go, right?
No.
Oh, you want to keep the man buns?
I'd rather have a man bun than a mullet.
Yeah. I like the Mohawks.
It's likely no mass gathering. Well, I don't understand why they can't just go and watch the sermon online. Because everything else at that point is about fellowship. And you can also do Zoom fellowships. You can interact with people. It's not quite the same, but it's the same that we all talk about with everyone else. We need to keep a social distance. I'd love to hang out with my friends right now, but I can't. So
no mass gatherings.
And fellowships is important, but you can argue so is for your mental health, it's seeing your friends. So you can watch your sermons online and you can watch your services online. And you can, if you want to meet with other churchgoers, you can do a Zoom. I don't see why that's a problem.
Well,
that's what my brother is doing. He goes to church every week. He's doing he's watching the sermon on Facebook.
Yeah.
So his church.
The church, there's two churches, right? There's the church that is the building, and there's the church that is the congregation. And the congregation doesn't have to be in the same building to be a congregation. You don't need a church building to be a church. How many churches meet in the woods and on the beach, or you can worship anywhere, you can pray.
The problem is these places of worship, gatherings of worship, are huge, huge breeding grounds for clusters of this thing.
Especially the mega churches.
That's how it happened. No. It happened, the first case from the East Coast, because remember, it was on the West Coast. We didn't have it here right away. was from a bar mitzvah.
Yep.
Because one person that was infected went to a bar mitzvah with
Mhm.
300 other people in that area of the state. New Rochelle, upstate, it just blew up there. It just exploded.
Right.
And they had to send the National Guard because it actually was huge, and it's a cluster breakout, they called it, in that one area. No mass gatherings. Doing coloring. Oh, okay, that sounds like fun. And nothing will be the same. Your roommate had a bad day. Someone from her team in the hospital. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So you binge Sex Education. That's good. That's good. That's good to get your mind off. Kathy is trying to make an online purchase of Bed Bath & Beyond, and you don't have any coupons. Oh no!
Gotta stay on your coupons, Kathy.
Gotta be on top of that. Melissa Mohawks will survive the apocalypse. Man bones will go extinct. Oh, okay.
Don sits in his room watching TV. I need to get outside more. Yeah. You need fresh air. You don't need to be in the park. You don't necessarily need to be at the beach, but you need fresh air. You need sun. You need your vitamin D, right?
Look at the BGT44BG. Hey, I just dropped in to say goodbye. We met in Budapest. Oh, we met. Oh, hey, Gary.
Hey. Oh, that's Gary. What's up? How's the ice cream business?
Yay.
Yes. Can you freeze dry and like ice pack and mail us some ice cream from Hungary? I'm hungry.
Has to go Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks.
Oh, it's so cool.
Well, we're going to play a little game later, asking a few of these questions.
You know, Gary, most of the people that are on this feed are people we've met going to David Duchovny concerts at one point.
Yeah, we're all fans.
Or X-Files events otherwise. It's all Duchovny X here, pretty much. So you're in good company. And
they started charging people that were in the Netherlands. Someone did a barbecue on the roof. Wow. So I saw a video that's kind of gone viral. I saw it this morning.
Per person, wow.
There was a little boy selling candy on the subway, and the police took him away, and his mom was screaming.
Wow.
I just wonder why.
How young was he?
He must have been like 12 or 13.
Wow.
And not quite sure the details, but the video went viral. There were like 4 or 5 cops because obviously you shouldn't be soliciting anyways on the subway, but usually they just ignore them or they tell them go away. They actually took him in.
I love Turkish food.
That was kind of messed up. It's like we have other things to worry about right now. Wait, some people just want to continue. Yeah, I know. Someone on Facebook was like, reopening everything. People will develop herd immunity. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is the hospitals, the hospitals will be overwhelmed and we won't be able to handle anyone.
Herd immunity is not going to happen.
And then
overnight.
Everyone in the hospital will get sick and infected. And then if you have any other health or emergency, you will die because there's nobody to treat you because the doctors and nurses don't have doctors and nurses to treat them. It's a whole spiral. People don't understand this concept.
And oftentimes that's the case, but this virus attacks at such a rate and kills at such a rate that it overwhelms the system. If it's just normal illness that isn't so deadly and not so drastic and not so contagious, that makes sense. But this thing, you need to give it a chance to work through the population slowly. It's going to work through the population. Even when we come back, chances are we're all going to get exposed to it at some point. We're not shutting down society forever. At some point, we're going to get exposed to it. But hopefully by that point, there's a vaccine. Within a year and a half. We keep things controlled, God forbid if we can't open a comedy club for that long.
Stephanie, how does one going back create herd? It doesn't. It just thins the herd.
I am hoping that we'll be able to open a comedy club and do social distancing. Like maybe our 60-seat theater will be a 20-seat theater and we can still do live shows. Classes might have to continue to be online.
I don't know about that.
Because it's hard to do classes. And any schoolroom where you have 20, 30 people in one small room, that's not social distancing. So, and you might not have to be 6 feet apart forever, but we're probably going to have to do something where, the week before they closed everything, they had the clubs at half mast. So, we have a 140-seat theater and a 70-seat theater, basically. We could run 30 and 70 seats,
right?
Spread people out a little bit. And so that people can keep making money, entertainers can make money, and people can get much needed entertainment. And I think we have that advantage over like a Broadway house. That, we could spread things out. It's a restaurant, so
well, we have a unique situation.
yeah, we could take reservations and set up tables of 2 and 4. Like if you're
We
4
could
people
do that,
together.
Walt. Oh, hi everybody. Do company blinds us? Cool. Oh, binds us. I thought you said blinds us. Company blinds us.
I've been blinded.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, I said I love turkey. Welcome,
People
turkey.
don't understand the basics. Your roommate's boyfriend? No. You cannot come in.
Oh, I didn't
People
tell you.
should
My
not be
sister
having-
wants to come up here.
No.
And she wants to pick up furniture that she bought online.
No.
And she's afraid. I know. I already told her.
I love
and
her,
she's
but
afraid that she won't have enough room in her car because she drops it off up here
No.
and store it in the basement. I said no.
No,
I said
nobody
maybe you
comes
could
here.
put it in the van
No.
and I'll say
We
wave
have
to you
no-
outside the window.
We have strict restrictions
But,
here. And
but
don't
it's
come
like,
here. You're gonna
Don't come
we
here.
have
That's what I told her. It's
71
dangerous.
1,000 cases and
Yeah.
rising here. We are the most saturated state in the country.
Right.
We have 9 million people in New Jersey
Mm-hmm.
and more people per mile or land or whatever. New York is very populated because of the city, but that's a city. For the states, we have the most concentrated, the most saturated people, the most saturated population here where we live. So don't come here. You can't be coming here. You don't want to go out in public here. I'm staying here in the house. Even when I go outside, like we go out our front door and there's a short alleyway between our house and the neighbor's house. I don't like to go out there because someone would come out that door. So
Oh, Gary, we just opened end on last week, but the pandemic is quite slow here, especially on the countryside. Budapest, of course, is the
Yeah.
worst situation. I hope things will turn better for that. Awesome. Yeah, I remember you said you're out of the city a bit, and
that's good. It's good to be
Yeah.
away from the city right now.
luckily Budapest
Unlike
is not
us.
an extremely dense populated city. I mean, it's a city, but it's not like it's in New York. You got 80, 90 floors on every block. You
Yeah.
have thousands of people living on top of each other. It's ridiculous. And
Yeah, and at least where we live now, we have mostly houses, so they're all close together.
oh, stop making me choose moonshine or tequila.
Pretty close. Like I said, we're pretty close to our neighbors,
Yeah.
but at least we're separated a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I love it. On was it Jersey somewhere? They were using Everclear for sanitizer. So I keep thinking, yeah, we need more moonshine. Bring all the illegal moonshine. Give us some White Lightning, the pure stuff.
It was a bar, right?
Was it a bar? There's something like that, or maybe they're donating stuff and using the Everclear or something like that because they had
Yeah.
access to it. Yeah, something like that. But
You're out of
yeah,
church.
tequila is not strong enough. You need 60% alcohol, right? So 40% alcohol is not strong enough. And if you dilute it with mixer, you're really in trouble. So you got some topics to discuss?
Yeah, so speaking about going out and about and having gatherings, I don't think we're going to have gatherings for a while, like concerts and sporting events, things like that. So I have a lot of Florida news about idiots because it just happens. There's a lot of idiots in Florida, and it's not like all in like direct correlation with our birthdays. Unfortunately,
mama.
it's still happening. So
This is crazy.
yeah, so Ron DeSantis wants to declare or is declaring WWE an essential business. So how is that an essential how is that an essential business and any other sporting event isn't essential or any other theater event isn't or concert,
Yeah,
play, whatever, but he says they need content.
right. So two guys getting hot and sweaty wrestling with each other
Corona cult.
just can't
Corona
happen
what?
with social distancing. Don't Google what
Corona lol.
LUL means
Okay.
in Dutch. Don't Google. Now, if you're like really tempting us.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Lola or Jay?
Corona.
Lola,
Now I have to do it. I don't have my phone. You do it. Google it.
What is it?
LUL in Dutch.
LUL means in Dutch. Oh, okay, a-hole.
Mm.
All right, that's good. Yeah, I think that
You weren't supposed to Google it.
you told me to.
She said don't.
You just told me to. You just said we have to.
I know. What? I was kidding. I was being facetious. I don't know why I'm talking like that. One has to go. All names, dude, names, Chad. Yeah.
It's essential. It's not essential. It's just not essential.
It's not essential. Wrestling. Now, I have to say, I don't, the world that prefers wrestling and NASCAR to reading or language, skills and whatnot. Oh, no, I don't insult people. So, although NASCAR, you could probably do social distancing more than I think about it. On the pit crew, not so much. I
don't think you can do any.
Like if you did an Indy 100, you wouldn't need pit stops, maybe.
It's dangerous for the wrestlers. They should sue or go on strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're in close contact with someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Cena and The Rock. What are we going to do? We lose those national treasures.
Well, just for now.
Well, they're more retired from
all they were acting anyways.
No,
the actors are on hiatus for a lot of TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a serious lack of content because a bunch of TV shows aren't even filming right now.
Right. WWE can run reruns.
If baseball isn't essential, then wrestling is. That's what I'm saying. Any sport.
Right. Yay.
And so we're going to stick on Florida. I'm just going to do all the Floridas at once.
Florida man.
So the Florida man that put a giant roll of toilet paper in his front yard to make fun of people panic buying.
That's a huge roll of toilet paper.
It's huge.
Yeah. I wonder what it's made out of. Do you hope he didn't waste a whole bunch of toilet paper to make it? Is it just like a big, it looks like it's like almost like a big oil drum or something like that, painted white. Painted to look like toilet paper.
He says it's a pulley in the trees.
You found toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting like the big restaurant ones.
Yeah, that's the only kind I found.
That's all right. We might have to insert big restaurant holders, but I don't put mine in the holder anyway, so it'll be all right. I can't tell if you're just kicking me or you need me to stop.
No, I kicked you.
Okay. Yeah, it's so hard to get toilet paper. You can't get the regular stuff.
Well, that's not an idiot. That's actually cool. Oh, here's more Florida. Sorry. So this one is great. A Florida judge. Oh, we don't want that to happen. Give me that. Close that. A Florida judge begs lawyers to get dressed for their Zoom hearings.
Oh, boy.
Dennis Bailey griped that one male lawyer appeared shirtless during a meeting while a female attorney stayed in bed.
Half of my, I know you don't want to talk about students so much, but just it relates to this. Half of my students. No Pampers.
I'm going to close this because
half of my students show up to class laying in bed. And one, I think I'm waking up every morning.
Lazy bones.
Every Saturday
No,
morning.
seriously, though, this is a federal judge and those are real lawyers.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. The judge is right on this one, I think.
But can you tell? Can you give your judge your briefs?
Hey!
Got to show you my briefs.
Oh my goodness! Now you're buffering. Oh my
buffering,
goodness.
no.
Yeah. I'm just standing here in my socks, and my client is not guilty.
Yeah, I think you could actually do Zoom and not wear pants, and nobody would know it unless you stood up.
Yeah.
And I just think it's funny that it happened in Florida.
That's like the one thing you never want to do at a nude beach.
Stand up?
Yeah.
So he commented, it's remarkable how many attorneys appear inappropriately on camera. And someone tried to put a beach cover up, like as if they were at the pool.
I shower more to work than I ever did because usually when I used to work from home, I was just doing contracts and stuff. I'd be in my underwear watching the news, doing contracts and emailing clients, and usually in the underwear, sometimes. But now, like I'm everything's on Zoom. Every day I'm either doing these shows or I'm doing classes. I'm doing shows, and so I'm showering and getting dressed more than I usually do, like 2-3 times a day sometimes. And the garden, every time you go outside, you got to take a shower. So I feel very clean. I'm getting like watery kind of like.
Is this? Are we buffering? Because I feel like the chat slowed down all of a sudden.
Oh.
Let me see if it's working on my phone.
Is the chat?
I turned up all the other streaming things that are like to take up, bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I can't see any chat.
Oh my God! So a man went through a McDonald's drive-through naked.
Yeah, a Florida man. And that happened a few days ago.
Goodness. Oh, there they are. Mine is okay.
Oh, no, there we go.
Buffer here. Okay.
Yours okay? Good. All right. I don't want to have to
Very good.
I am looking at us. Okay.
Florida man.
So these are all new Florida men. You guys are buffering sometimes just for a few seconds, okay?
I feel buffed.
Yeah, we're not buff. Stream was fine. Okay, good. I wasn't seeing comments for a while. I thought maybe.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, I lost 70 pounds since last year. I haven't seen Gary since since I was heavier.
Okay, I don't understand. Was he in his car in the drive-thru?
Well, I was to the drive-thru. You know, he asked for a milkshake, and when they asked, "Do you need some
Someone
sauce?"
wrote something on my cap. I know. Someone scribbled on it. Some guy.
Yeah. Is that Bob? Oh, no.
What? No, that would be completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the X-Files quote, all the nuts roll down a hill to Florida.
They all roll down here.
So speaking of like the church and a lawsuit and protesting, they're actually having some protesters.
Oh God.
People are gathering in groups to protest the lockups.
I guess you're going to break the law to protest the law.
They had like 100 people gather in Ohio, like outside of the governor's office.
Ohio was, I think, the first state to shut everything down, right? Or shut down their schools.
Yeah.
Ahead of everybody else.
Before we did.
Yeah. And they're having like zero problems. I have a friend in Ohio that keeps texting me and messaging me like articles in why we need to open up everything. And eventually I said, the people you're quoting, they even might be right, but they're traditionally not. And I already said I cursed somebody else I love much more for sending me this crap. So please stop. So, but
what did they send you?
Well, there's one thing from Mark Levine in particular. I was like, this guy is full of crap, right? So, thank you, Gary.
What's it about? It was about.
I didn't even read it. No, just in general about. Well, no, he's one of those.
Not the lockups, the lockdowns.
He's one of those that thinks that we're overreacting on the lockdown and closing down businesses and. I'm
telling you how fast it spreads. We're not right here, not right now. If we want people to get the care they need so they can survive, it would be a disaster if we didn't do what we were doing. As it is, hospitals are already overwhelmed, and that's with the lockdown.
And they're overwhelmed, but they're not over capacity.
No,
like with the extra hospitals, they've had 800 people go through Javits, right, or something like that, and they got the Mercy, and they got all these other field stations. So they ramped up just barely in time, and they thought what they had was not going to be enough, and so far it has just barely been enough, right? They've been like just under that line, and they're under projection right now. So if they hit the projections, they would have been in bad shape right now. They're barely holding on.
There would be death panels.
Yeah, but they do say, not to freak people out, but I guess the number of people that will die while waiting for an ambulance has doubled percentage-wise. A lot of times, if you're calling the ambulance with a cardiac arrest, 20 to 30% will not make it to the hospital alive. And right now, they said that number is like 60 to 70%. Like people are worse off. Ambulance times are probably higher because there's more demand. There's in general. So everything, it's not just coronavirus, it's killing. When you overdo the medical system.
That's what I'm saying. You can't if you get sick for other reasons.
Yeah. Everything's medical. These idiots that are
the reason why part of the reason why the hospitals aren't overloaded right now is because people aren't getting into car accidents right now.
Right.
People aren't out riding their motorcycles around.
I haven't filled up my gas tank in a month.
No.
Yeah.
Save a lot of money on gas.
Yeah. Easy Pass. I think Jersey, the amount of tolls. I usually spend almost $300 a month on tolls between the highway and the bridges and tunnels to go to gigs. So
yes, you have to pay for the ambulance ride. It's like $500.
Yeah,
maybe $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do countries with the best coronavirus responses have in common? Guess what? Someone posted this. I saw this on Twitter.
I'm not going to comment on this one.
You guys can guess.
I don't want to mansplain.
The countries that have had the best responses to the coronavirus have one thing in common. What do you guys think that is?
It's funny with her last name.
Women leaders. Yep.
And the article is written by Mrs. Cox.
It's actually hyphenated Wittenberg Cox. So
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't need to see that.
Oh, that was her husband's name. Cox.
Dictators. No.
No? Was she a Wittenberg or was she a Cox?
I don't know. It's
No, Aviva Wittenberg. She's Aviva. Sounds like a Wittenberg.
So Germany, Taiwan, New Zealand, Iceland, Finland. Cox. So Germany, I thought you weren't going to mansplain, and you're talking about over me.
I'm not mansplaining the
I try to talk, and you're actually literally talking over me with the Cox joke.
I'm sorry.
Which you made about a minute ago, and you keep saying over and over again, even though I'm talking.
There's a lot to talk about when it comes to Miss Cox.
This is why.
When you get a chance to say a word like
oh
Cox.
my God, let me fucking talk. Gee, I'm not
no, who cares now?
I'm not going to mansplain.
At least when I say Cox,
Cox.
All right, now you're wearing her name
out. Fuck you.
Maya's moving to New Zealand.
Finland, Norway, and Denmark.
Taiwan.
New Zealand. I'm with you there.
Mm-hmm.
Germany. There you go.
Yeah.
Our lovely Germans.
Germany.
Just think, we could have had a woman in charge, but a lot of people couldn't handle that.
They're talking about Mrs. Whitmer from Michigan to be vice president, maybe. She's got her act together. Eat it, Hanoi. Eat it.
So it's a chef. A chef is making Corona burgers. They are little Corona. This is in Vietnam.
Monaco, yeah. Yeah, these burgers, they look like, what do you call it? Oh, that was the bread.
Oh, those are the buns.
That was the buns.
So the buns look like the coronavirus.
Yeah, but they just have little things sticking out.
They have these little things sticking out.
They look like mines.
They kind of look like lines in the water that are floating with the spikes.
Yeah. That's good looking bread, though.
So they have a joke that if you're scared of something, eat it. So that's why it's not as scary anymore.
Why are they green?
So they made it because the virus is, I guess it's green.
Well, then why aren't those things red? It really looks like a commercial or a cartoon or like a green Smurf.
They look very fancy.
It looks yummy. I'm getting hungry.
Okay. We don't
want me not to talk about food.
We don't want to. Well, that was the story.
Okay. Oh, no.
So Denmark, Germany, and Italy are easing regulations. Germany and Denmark, well played, ladies. Yes. Well,
we're
talking about it too, but we have a very specific plan.
Yeah.
Cuomo had a briefing this morning. They want to calibrate it.
Yeah.
In segments so that it's not like you flip on a switch. The plan is to roll out as many roll out as much testing as they can.
Right.
Get everyone tested so that we can actually isolate people who are infected.
Mm-hmm.
And then anyone that's been in contact and retrace their steps, we can isolate those people. Because right now, nobody knows who is infected and who isn't.
Right.
There's a lot of people who may have had it and resolved it that we don't know.
Right.
There might be people that have it, don't have symptoms yet. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know because we don't have testing. It's very limited right now.
They talk about Broadway doing things so they can reopen, but having social distancing. So it might actually be comfortable to go to a Broadway show now.
How are you going to even do that?
Well, like maybe you only sit somebody in every 3 seats, every other row, or something like that. The cast is rough.
Because when you sing, you expel your juices and things.
Yeah. You can't wear a mask if you're like playing a trumpet in the pit.
No, but they did make it so that you have to wear your mask everywhere in the city now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's true of Jersey right now. If you go to the store, you do. I think you have to wear it on mass transportation.
I'm getting hungry.
All this food and the roast cooking upstairs is killing me. Is it dinner time? I don't know.
Jerry, give us ice cream.
I want pizza.
Woman in charge. There you go. I have no problem with that.
So in Indonesia and Malaysia, people have dressed up as ghosts to scare other people to go back inside. But they're not like scary ghost costumes like the costumes you get at the Halloween store. They're bed sheets, like the old Charlie Brown ghost cartoon bed sheets. They look
kind of like the Japanese ghosts a little bit, the way they're tied up.
Appearing.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It's something that maybe if they paid before, I would do. I would definitely do that. If I could just go out and scare people.
You're jumping in front of cars?
What? Go back inside.
Wasn't I supposed to go to Lungs?
Oh, you were supposed to go to New York tonight? Lungs? Wait, is that a show? We're limited on testing, but just read articles. Losing your sense of smell might be an early hint. Yeah, that's one of the symptoms. Well, there's so many different, and different people react in different ways.
That's good. I can still smell food. Iconic.
Yeah.
Is Lungs a show?
We don't have testing. Testing is a problem.
Yeah.
And it's being contracted through the private sector. And according to the governor, Lungs is a play. Okay. Well, you should know more than I do because you follow the Broadway scene more than I do.
Barely.
I haven't been on the up and up. Last play I saw was the last weekend we were open. We saw Beetlejuice, and that was the last normal weekend. And our everyone was here.
That was 2 weeks before everything shut down.
It was like a week.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're right. It was 2 weeks, but it was the last normal.
We did one more week of shows, and the club showed out.
You want my megaphone? I'm very glad I have this. I'm going to make a TikTok with this later. You guys, I'll wait for you guys to see that. I would definitely go out and scare people with these things.
Oh, yeah, I believe you would.
But yeah, I'm not sure that. Oh, okay. Claire Foy, Matt Smith. Okay, is that the play that was there in the West End for? Well, not there, but in London. It was in the West End, and they brought it here. Most stuff there's not most. There's a lot of plays that are there first. You heard some testing are being given false results. They need to fix it. They say 1 in 5. That's what I read recently.
Apparently, though, that's typical, though. That's not necessarily abnormal. Like testing for a lot of things is like often 70% accurate, 80% accurate. So, nothing's 100%. So it's just par for course. And I think different people have different things.
They're trying to ramp it up in New York and Jersey. Rutgers University is actually talking with the White House about mass producing a saliva test, which should be, and there's all these different ways to get tested. Like right now, the main way is to get swabbed, and you have to put this thing way up your nose. They put it up, and it's not comfortable.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's more likely to be false positive. So in the sense that maybe it'll take 5 to 10% of the people that are said to be positive are not. It's usually not false negative.
Right.
There's something in there that's triggering the antibodies or something. You're not really have it, but something is triggering the test to show. I used to, a lot of people, the TB test is like that. You get a prick. And you might get a little rash.
Similar.
But you don't really have it.
A finger prick.
Yeah.
That could be one method.
Yeah.
The thing up your nose is getting swabbed is apparently very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The one in Rutgers is like you spit into a cup. That's gross, but hell of a lot better than get your thing up your nose. I don't mind doing the finger prick. That's a fine method of doing it. Actually, any method but having the thing put up my nose would probably be good. And they're developing, and they're actually having them for the county where Rutgers is. They're having it for the county. They're rolling those out, but they're talking to the White House about mass producing these tests. Yeah. So if that happens, these tests have a really quick turnaround time too, like 24 to 48 hours. So they're less invasive, and they seem to have a faster, more effective turnaround if they develop these and they roll these out nationwide. Because according to Cuomo, the governor of New York, we can't be bidding against other states for tests, because that's what's happening, because they're being contracted by the private sectors. Where it's almost the same thing like with the ventilators and equipment and the masks.
Right.
These private states are ending up outbidding themselves for these things. So it's like each state has to go fend for themselves.
Right.
We need the assistance of the federal government. Yeah.
Yeah, the other side, they said it's the problem with the testing is, the testing has 4 or 5 stages.
Right.
You need the swab, you need
the equipment,
the test
labs.
tube, or you need the lab, you need the machines to test, you need all these different things. You need the manpower to test, and you can't test in the hospital. You got to set up places to test.
Right. There's the
labs aren't big enough. So, even if they could get 20 tests done tomorrow, I think they're doing 2,000 a day in New York City. If they could get 20,000 done in New York City, they currently don't have the labs that could process 20,000 a day. So it's like the whole chain of supply, as Cuomo says it, is not underutilized. So it's just not there. So they have to ramp up everything, and that's why he keeps telling Trump to kind of enact the war powers and say, you must go give me 10 million of these swabs.
That's why it's working there in Pennsylvania. All is centralized. Yeah. All hospitals are connected and collaborating. Well, that's what we did on Monday with the governor of New York, filmed an alliance with the surrounding states to try to work together instead of outbidding each other. They're trying to work together so that they can collaborate in their solutions. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very smart. I always test positive for TB. Really? Oh, you were exposed to as a kid. All right. That's a weird test. I remember that. Would leave a little mark.
Yeah. I tested positive with the prick one time and had to go back and get the shot. And then I want to say one time I got the chest x-ray just in case. There was enough of a false positive that they did the chest x-ray. And of course that was clear. So I was okay. But or even patients from Italy were transported to Germany. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we had the problem here that they had in Italy where people were dying because
not enough ventilators.
They didn't have the system prepared. Italy was hit so quick and so fast, and their medical system was already not as good. Didn't have the supplies. I mean, luckily, New York area and the Northeast area,
well, they asked
you have so many teaching hospitals.
They asked for volunteers to come and help, and all people from different parts of the country, and then people came out of retirement.
Yep.
We had 30 or 40,000 healthcare workers come. I mean, they're getting paid, but they asked, "We need help. Please send everyone."
Yeah.
They brought people that were about to graduate medical school. They said, "Just come through. Come. We need all hands on deck." So that's what we did.
That's scary if you're retired because, if you're 60, 70, 80 retired, you're more susceptible.
High risk,
that's scary.
Yep.
That's asking a lot. And
I believe they're bringing in people to New Jersey.
I think my mother, the nurse, was even talking about it. Would she go if they
she wants to get, I think she wants to get the antibody test.
Yeah.
So if you have the antibody test to see if you may have had it before, because there are nurses that have had it and resolved it, and they're out on the workforce.
Yeah, Gary made a good point. You know what? Even cigarette smokers.
A lot of older people.
More men are dying because more men smoke. A lot of the younger people that have died are smokers,
or
vapors. And you just said this. The Jersey governor said something on the website that this area might be bad or cities might be bad because of the pollution.
Yeah, Jersey might be bad because of pollution.
I don't know if that was his opining or their studies, but the bad pollution areas, the city in general has more pollution. That alone might be just damaging us enough to make something like this affect us more in general in this area than it would out in the country. So
they're not saying they have a definitive answer. They're saying that could be a possibility.
Yeah. And a lot of minorities, there's a lot more smokers in the minority community, and they're saying that might be a reason as much as it's harder for people that minorities in America.
Oh, your coworker's husband's cousin. Oh, it's sad. She was only 25.
Wow,
that's
she was a smoker. Yeah,
that's sad.
So another good reason to quit smoking, kids.
Now's the time.
Yeah, don't vape. Oh God, I never understood vaping. Who thought this was a cool thing? I never understood that.
It's an alternative to smoking. Remember, it's supposed to be better.
All right, so you got some of these questions. Would I rather questions?
I have some general questions because instead of doing trivia, I was just going to ask you guys some questions to see what you guys think.
Okay.
And you can answer my questions too because they're kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, one of them isn't for you. One of them's for me, and I can ask other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm high risk due to age and health. Yeah, you need to stay home and not expose yourself. And not by that, I don't mean the Florida man.
Mm-hmm.
Saying stay away from the virus. So our questions here. The first one, what is the earliest thing you can remember as a child?
I have two things. And I think the one where I fell in I jumped in the fountain outside JCPenney.
Oh gosh, that freaking story. Why did I even ask
swam.
this?
Or
why did I ask this question?
I was about 3 years old. I fell off of a piano bench and bam. And I remember a sheet being over me while they put stitches in and being terrified.
They put a sheet over you?
I feel like they put a sheet over me. You see it? It's my third eye. So those are the those things I can remember.
It's like right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember I was only 1 when we moved into our new house.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember playing with the faucet and climbing up on the sink and finding that the faucet moved. And I thought that was cool. So I said, oh, we have a new toy I can play with. That's all I remember. And then after that, I don't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what happened a few days ago. Your memory is so bad. You never know if it's a memory or something I know because of a picture. Oh, your dad's a photographer. Jane, visiting my primary school to look around before I started school. I went with my ma'am and the head mistress showed us around. So
Cool.
you remember that? I don't remember my first day. I remember my kindergarten. I remember a little bit my nursery school.
I remember nursery school. One particular day, it was like a private nursery school. Brownsville, was it? Or Brown? What was that town outside of Germantown was called? But anyhow,
I have no idea.
but I remember this one day where I didn't want to go because I was going to miss like Super Friends, Superman and Batman cartoons. And so I was like screaming.
Cheryl,
this is before VCR.
Says she remembers when she was 3, she lived in Oklahoma a few months. You remember having this toy horse that you play with, like a carousel horse toy? Oh my gosh, Don, you broke out of the hospital bed before getting tonsils out and ran around?
Ooh.
Ow. How old were you when that happened? Kathy, I had my teddy bear in my crib that was so big, I used his belly as a pillow. Aww, that's so cute.
Well, you go back a little on that memory. Wow.
I also have, for some reason, I remember walking in my living room, looking out at the front yard, and there was a picnic table, and everyone was sitting there, and it was my birthday, and we were having a party.
Mm.
And I remember, because I couldn't remember how old I was,
Mm-hmm.
so I just remember having to repeat to myself, I'm 3, I'm 3, I'm 3. So I was like walking through my living room, looking at the picnic table, thinking it was time for cake. And I just remember walking down being like, I'm 3, I'm 3, I'm 3. That's I remember that. Okay. The rest I don't remember. The rest is a fog.
Mm.
Oh, I know what I remember. Yeah, I remember nursery school. I've always been a little bit claustrophobic. Oh, you were 6? And they used to have those little houses that you could go inside.
Yeah.
I never went in them. They've creeped the heck out of me.
Mm.
So I never would go in. Like, I was the only kid in the school that wouldn't go in one of those.
Mm-hmm.
They still have them, right? Those
Kindergarten.
those houses. That's freaked me out.
Little, like
I was
big doll houses,
kids
like
would
dog
go in-
houses.
Yeah, they're like big. Yeah, they're like little dog houses for kids.
Cake.
Cake. Yeah, I'd love some cake right now. Sheet cake. Now
I'm
you
hungry.
want cake? Thanks. Yeah, I want some cake. I had a chocolate cake for my 3rd birthday party. I remember it, and it was like chocolate and yellow. It was chocolate frosting with yellow. I love that the best, like yellow cake. It's the best.
Nap, and I'm hungry and I'm tired.
You?
I was gardening. I was digging a lot.
Okay. Do women rip lard? You have to ask this question.
Do women rip loud farts in bathrooms?
Yes, they do.
This comes from Mrs. XF?
Huh?
This comes from Mrs. XF?
No. This is from, I think that was a Reddit question.
Or is
No.
Is that you?
No.
Is that-
I think it was a Reddit question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I think I lost it. Where'd it go?
No, it was in the other chat. It was in the other.
No, I have it here. I swear I have it here.
No, that's different questions. It was on the other channel.
Okay, well, I don't know where this one is.
I always used to have strawberry shortcake for my birthday. Oh, we're still talking about cake. I know where it is. I'll find it.
No. I have it.
Okay.
Just say what it is.
What's that?
The question.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the answer to that question is yes.
Yeah.
You used to have strawberry shortcake for your birthday?
Strawberry shortcake, any fruit dessert. I prefer fruit desserts when they're really, really good. Like, to me, there's nothing worse than bad apple pie. Like store-bought apple pie. I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, you suck. Store-bought apple pie, unless it's like from the store's bakery. Sometimes those grocery store or like Costco, like they can do a really serious apple pie. But like any kind of like pie filling that has the corn syrup and the fake flavors and you know what I mean, it's just like gelatin. It's not fruit.
So we're talking about cake now.
Or,
We're not going to talk about the question about the woman that.
Well, my point is like strawberry shortcake. I love it. But you want me to ask this question?
No.
I already asked the question.
Okay, nobody answered it. Oh, I kind of answered it. Yes.
You did. Okay, yes. That's a yes or no.
It happens. I've heard it.
That's not a debate thing.
Okay, would you rather be a pirate or a ninja? Now we're under would you rather?
I think I'd rather be a pirate. I would love to be a pirate. I love going on ships and being on the water. You know, I eat a lot of fish.
I don't want to be a pirate. I don't want to be a pirate.
Pirate.
Pirates are mean.
They
steal stuff. They take things.
Was that Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still talking about cake. I would much rather be a ninja.
Oh, German chocolate cake with the coconut. Mmm.
Really? You guys want to be pirates are not nice. They're bad people.
Sometimes ninjas are bad people.
Sometimes, but you could be a nice ninja.
There are nice pirates.
No, they weren't all nice. Actually, when we went to the pirate museum, we found out there were some nice ones.
Yeah. Ninjas have to like sneak around. Pirates are like, hey, have a beer. Pirates, I think, would be more of a party.
No, ninjas better.
There's so much more work in becoming a ninja.
No.
Or you go become a ninja.
All right.
Yeah. You be stealth. Ninjas
get cake.
Rum. Oh, Kathy's missing her cruise. But you know what? I've always been.
On a ship all
I know you love cruises. Nothing personal. Not attacking anybody for cruises. I have never had the urge to go on a cruise.
I don't think after this. I don't think again.
I'm not claustrophobic, but I think I would go nuts being locked on a boat for that long. I usually don't love institutional food. I think I'd be miserable. But go to a musical or play. Yes.
Me, musicals are better.
I usually prefer musicals.
So here's another one. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live underwater?
Talk to? I think I'd rather be a flying animal, but I'd rather talk to dolphins and things.
So
under the sea.
Underwater animals?
I think that would be more fascinating to me.
I think I'd rather talk to land animals because I see them more often.
I already have like my own little language with Minnie and stuff.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool if we could actually talk to them?
Oh, Vic got hurt this
stop
morning?
Stealing Vic. She's mine.
Sorry, it's not you, it's me.
No. Land animals. Underwater.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated by dolphins.
All right, you read the next one.
Would you rather have to announce to everyone that you have to fart or pee yourself daily? Oh, would you rather announce people to fart, or you would rather pee yourself daily? Or you would announce or pee? Or like you'd rather announce that you have to fart? I think I'd rather tell people I have to fart.
Would you rather have to announce to everyone that you have to fart every time you have to fart, or pee yourself daily?
I think I'd say, I have to fart now.
Yeah, I think I'd rather
do that anyway. Who would want to pee themselves daily?
That's a mess.
Talk to
the bat that started. Well, interesting enough, we don't know if that's true or not. If it was a bat, I already fart daily. But if you're in a room with a bunch of people, do you say, I have to fart now?
I have to fart now. Yeah, that's still better than peeing yourself.
It's definitely.
Because it doesn't change anything. It's just, just making public. It's taking away, being more transparent.
Could have been a bat, though. We don't know. Wait, what does the bat have to do with the farting? Oh, you mean talk to the bat? You mean the bat? I get it now. Don't mind me. I'm slow. Maya was slow on the question. She's still on the last question. We're talking about farting. I'm like, why would you talk to the bat? Oh, we'll talk to animals.
You got the next one?
All right. Would you rather have smelly breath or smelly feet?
You have to choose.
Yes, that's the whole point of this game.
I'd rather have smelly feet.
I'd rather have smelly feet too, because less people will have to deal with it or smell it.
Yeah, if you're aware of my smelly feet, either they're really bad.
Oh my god!
Or we're driving back from a beach. It wasn't my feet; it was my thongs.
Breathe. What is happening?
Breath.
The smelly flip flops. Feet. Oh no! All your feet.
Yeah, I've almost killed people in multiple continents. All right, where else? It was.
My smelly feet are bad.
It happened in Jersey too, right? It happened in Australia.
What, your
Where else
smelly
did they have
feet?
smelly thongs because it was wet and stuff?
That's happened more than once.
Yeah, I know. Did it happen in Europe too, or something?
No.
Like that? No. Dave Chappelle had a sketch about a superhero who has to grab somebody's lady man parts. I don't remember that one. Oh boy. Save me. Oh, but I can't. Me too.
All right. You want to do the next one then?
Would you rather kiss a snake or a jellyfish?
Jellyfish.
I mean, does it have to be a poisonous snake?
Yes. No.
Any
no.
snake? I would kiss a snake.
No.
No, you'd rather kiss a jellyfish?
Mm-hmm.
Because jellyfish can sting you. Just like,
yeah, but not all jellyfish sting, and not all jellyfish.
oh, I don't
sting,
like that texture.
Not all the jellyfish that sting are lethal either. Actually,
snakes are cute.
No, the ones that are out by Maya in Slovenia, those jellyfish that she takes pictures of,
They don't sting at all?
They don't sting, right? Snake, as long as it's not poisonous. Well, I could say jellyfish as long as it's not poisonous.
Well, I'll kiss a poison snake as long as it doesn't bite me.
Nope.
I feel like a jellyfish.
I don't want the scaly. Bleh.
But a jellyfish, you have all that slimy
it's all right.
stuff. Yeah, garter snakes would be good.
Garter snakes, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they
Garter
don't have
belt.
Maya. They don't sting, right? So these big, beautiful jellyfish, they don't sting at all.
Well, usually the pretty ones are poisonous.
No, these.
I mean, they don't
though.
sting, but like they kill you if you eat them. Usually colorful things. It scares people away. It says, "Don't eat me." We got one more here. Oh, it's almost 4:00 too. Would you rather give up cheese or give up chocolate?
Oh no, there is two more.
Oh, there is two. They're just run together. Would you rather give up cheese or give up chocolate? I'd rather give up chocolate. I gave up both for most of the past.
I'd rather give up cheese.
I'm allergic to chocolate, so that's an easy one. It's hard for me to give up cheese. I like cheese.
Slimy or scaly? You're right. I'm not giving up my chocolate.
I prefer scaly over slimy.
You'd rather give up chocolate than cheese?
Yeah.
Wow, all these people giving up chocolate for cheese. Oh my gosh. No, get rid of the cheese.
I generally prefer savory.
I need my chocolate.
I usually prefer savory.
Oh, I am a sweet tooth. I am a sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth. Cheese, I rarely eat it. I like cheese too, but if you give up cheese, you can't have pizza.
We got one more here.
I got this one.
Okay.
So, would you rather be caught with your fly down or have embarrassing pit stains?
I've experienced both many times. I think I prefer the pit stains in general because it's like that means you're working hard.
Yeah, I prefer the pit stains because a fly down, you could be exposing things like your underwear and other things.
I've noticed since losing weight, I've been
really?
I've been wearing the big pants, and I think maybe because they're so big on me, the fly. There's been many times where I've been at school and oh crap, my fly is down.
Fly down, easier to fix. A pizza with chocolate, pit stains. I'd rather have pit stains.
I've had chocolate pizza. Didn't have any tomato or cheese on it, but
I mean, pit stains will go away. I guess I don't know. The whole thing about the fly is more embarrassing to me. Who cares if you see my underwear? Well, I don't want.
Well, you don't have things that pop out, unless you got like a really big,
Yeah, no. Nothing should be popping out.
Yeah, I had that problem when
I don't know. Just the idea, and then you gotta reach down there to pull up your fly. Yeah.
And again, it doesn't look as bad on
German chocolate pizza.
Pizza with chocolate. This pizza from Wagner. I think I'm missing the reference. Like the Flight of the Valkyries.
I missed
Wagner?
it too.
The composer Wagner.
I don't understand. This freaking thing. My neighbors are gonna hate us.
Yeah, I gotta go take a nap. I gotta teach at 5. I gotta teach at 6. Gotta teach at 7.
You didn't do any improv.
I know. We kept talking.
We,
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't accuse you. That was. Yeah, we were talking. We had stuff to talk about. There's so much going on in the world.
There was a lot.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, you
Hard
guys
to
are
be
awesome.
chatted with Bernie Sanders. Sanders.
Wagner is a company who made pizza. Oh, I never heard of Wagner.
Cardi B did a live stream with Bernie Sanders. That's interesting.
Yeah, I never heard of Wagner Pizza. What is that? COVID? Oh.
Wagner Sanders.
Wow.
Cats must love horn. You can easily fix a fly. You have to change to fix your pit stains. This is correct.
The cats are not down here right now, that's for sure. Our kitty got hurt last night or this morning. She was waking us up, and then she did something with the chair where she was like getting her claw stuck while clawing on the chair. But then all of a sudden we were both ignoring her, and we heard that.
That is not a nice sound. Not a nice
oh my
sound.
God!
She's
Like she was like, I think she hurt her paw a little bit.
It got stuck in the chair.
Yeah.
On like the little hinge.
Yeah.
She was grabbing it, doing her thing, and just went to pull it, and you just heard. Yeah, it was much worse than that. It was like. It was more like that.
Warn me when you're gonna be that loud.
That's how it was. It was like.
This is why opera people stand at least 20 feet from the audience.
You do this to me all the time, Walt.
I know.
Cox.
But I wasn't saying it that loud. You hurt my ears.
Cox. A Wagner chocolate pizza is pretty good, but I prefer to make it myself.
I like apple strudel pizza.
I don't like these
apple pizza pie.
Sweet pizzas. I don't like sweet pizzas.
Well, you guys have been awesome. Thanks for joining in. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow.
No,
Tomorrow's Thursday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, yeah, no Friday. No Friday.
Yeah, we'll have a show tomorrow.
No, we'll do Fridays. We'll do Thursday and Saturday. We're gonna take off Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Or Tuesday, Friday.
Sunday, we may or may not be doing a show for Sunday. I'll let you guys know. Depends on how we feel.
Yeah. Hey, good to see you, Gary. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, come back. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back.
Same time, same place.
Yeah, very cool to see you there. I want to hear more about Hungary.
Take care, Duchovny.
I really enjoyed Hungary, too. I really like Budapest. I'm sad I only had a day there.
Budapest is one of my favorite cities now.
I was filming that TV show that week, so I missed 3 days that I was supposed to be there.
Yeah, stay inside, everyone.
Yeah. I feel like there's so much more exploring to do.
Yay! Yeah, I want to go back to Budapest. It's not going to be a while, though.
Yeah, it's a very unique place. Awesome. Good to see you.
Got to get out of this.
Oh, a heart with a red. Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Cute.
I need that emoji.
I love it.
I need to see if I got that emoji. I'm going to steal that, Gary. Awesome. Hey, guys.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you guys soon.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Arrivederci a Roma.